It's interesting, isn't it, with Harry and Meghan? You know, they've always got a new cause, something to wave a flag about, particularly when you notice that our British monarchy are enjoying such success around the world. On the day that this particular story was announced, we had our beautiful Princess of Wales, Catherine, visiting some of our very favourite charities, doing sterling work, highlighting the good of the charity, and more importantly, making sure that the focus is on that. Not her, not about her, or indeed the monarchy, about the charity that she's the ambassador for. So you can understand, of course, when you're Harry and Meghan and you're sat at home realising that it's been at least a nanosecond that you've had some attention. Guess what? On that particular day, you have to team up with someone to make sure that you get back in the paper once again. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're all keeping well. I'll keep you updated on Flaskgate. I still haven't got one yet. I know. I'm looking for an old-fashioned one, you know, with a proper cup. There's all these new ones. Have you seen them? The fandangled ones, yeah. And they're kind of thin and you know, keep the drinks cold. And I like a traditional flask, don't you? Bit of a checkered side on. Like that, yeah, exactly. A decent flask. Keeps your tea and your Horlicks and your coffee warm all day. Hard to find now. I got one, but it's just strange. I went into a place and they said, oh, this is great because even if you put it underwater, you think, what do you think I'm planning on doing, you know? These things are just ridiculous, aren't they? Back as ever, though, to your breaking roll story of the day. This story really features, again, Harry and Meghan, because on this particular day, they've decided to announce that they're teaming up with a project, the Ving Project. And what's interesting with the Ving Project is this. It's all about a £1 million donation. That's right, a £1 million donation, and apparently £1,000 will be given to the relevant people, the young ladies between 14 and 18 who are struggling, trying to connect their lives, you know, go on a different sort of direction. Apparently this has all been inspired by Meghan Markle's podcast, Archetypes, whatever you want to call it. Find that hard to believe, you know, 5 episodes in, nobody's truly talking about it. The only episode that's rated incredibly well was none other than the beautiful singing diva Mariah Carey. And that's only because Mariah slapped down Meghan and called her a diva herself. That didn't go down well, did it? Ooh, didn't like that. Interesting to note, though, that this new incentive, as I say, they're hyping the fact that the Archwell Foundation allegedly will be giving £1 million. Will they, though? Will £1 million actually be coming from the Archwell Foundation? We dug a little bit deeper and it's very muddy waters and fuzzy right now. We'll let you know how we get on. But seemingly the money comes from another place. As ever, we have to say allegedly. What's interesting here, though, is by teaming up with that person, the Archwell Foundation gets that credit. Do you see what I mean? People are talking about it, you know, good and bad, whichever way you look at it. Moving forward, of course, it's interesting to note exactly how this will pan out because, like so many things, you know, the Disney voiceover that Meghan did, of course, for the elephant documentary, I'm sure Meghan donated her fee. You know, just no real record of that, but I'm sure she wanted to keep that private. Right? And also there's things like the 40 times 40, that incentive. What happened to that? You know, it never was, after the launch, it was never really pushed. We never got an update. We don't exactly know what happened to really, whether anybody did get involved in 40 times 40. So you can understand the sort of, shall we say, lack of interest in this latest incentive, about $1 million. A lot of money, by the way. But again, you know, puts the charity in good light, makes, of course, people talk about Harry and Meghan in their charitable causes. But just how charitable are they being? I think now, moving forward for Harry and Meghan, unless they are very transparent and show exactly their donation, their involvement and how it's panned out, people once again will just say, oh right, really? Yes. And think of it more as 40 times 40, rather than possibly, and we have to give them the benefit of the doubt, the good that they seemingly could be doing. As ever though, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.